that's probably a red box or a library bar.
Now, are you guys ready for this? Because I watched...
Why do you keep seductively touching my hand? Every time he's about to say something, he just reaches over and lightly puts his hand on top of mine.
Because I watched the Mission Impossible movie.
Was it good? I've heard it was very good. So,
actually, it was really good.
Good.
Really good.
I want to see it. I do like
not
Mission
the
Impossible.
best movie, but it was...
Was it worth Henry
good
Cavill's CGI lip?
Yes.
Because
I heard he was actually really good in it.
He actually played
Henry,
a really
every
good
time
role.
I've seen... I know people don't like the Batman, but every time I have seen Henry Cavill as an actor, I have liked what I've seen. I've liked his role.
I want to see him as a James Bond.
I think he'd be really good. Now, speaking of James Bond, Idris Elba, though, I think will be excellent. Because I do think it's his role, finally.
Yes.
After this movie comes out with Daniel Craig, which is just what James Bond is right now, I think it's just 25. They haven't actually named it yet.
I don't
Is that next year?
Yeah.
I think so.
think
And
it's
I've
coming
loved
out
Daniel
soon.
Craig. I'm probably going to get killed for this, but I think Daniel Craig is the best Bond. Now, I think that the reason that is because I grew up with Daniel Craig as my Bond, while some people grew up with Connery and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's usually whoever you grew up with, but also Daniel Craig is the most action hero Bond. The other
Bond
Bonds...
was never an action hero.
Right, he was more of that witty character with a couple of fight scenes in it that
He
fake
had cool
punches thrown.
gadgets throughout.
Exactly.
And that was the thing that Sean Connery was really known for.
And the Daniel
Not
Craig
only-
Bond has less gadgets than
True.
the old Bond had.
Yeah, I agree.
It's more reliant upon Daniel Craig as acting and his fighting ability. Because to be honest, again, here's the thing people are going to hate. Most of the Bond movies are not good. They're not great movies for the most part.
I mean, they're
okay,
They're all right
but there are more clunkers than hits in the Bond movie franchise.
It's so popular because it's a cult following.
Right.
And
Right. I actually went out and bought the last week. I bought the collection of Daniel Craig's movies because I love even Quantum of Solace, which is by far the worst one in the Daniel Craig series.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It wasn't great, but I enjoyed it. So.
Yeah.
And now that I'm older,
good save.
I understand
Good save
more
right
of them. Like in Casino Royale, I didn't understand when he was talking about like the tick or the tell and stuff like that. I didn't understand that. But now that I'm older and I've actually played some poker and some card games and stuff like that, I actually understand what he's talking about there and stuff like that.
I always enjoyed Casino Royale.
Casino Royale was good.
Yeah, I thought that was a good movie.
I thought Spectre was the best one. Spectre is my favorite Bond movie.
I thought Spectre was a copycat of other plots, and if it had come before movies like Winter Soldier, I think I would have liked it more. True. Because it felt like,
it did piggy.
But what do you think? What do you
Stories.
think of Idris Elba? I know it's neither confirmed nor denied, but there's too much smoke there not to be fired. They've had Idris Elba for years, even during the Craig franchise. They have been saying Idris Elba's the next one, and now that he's done, one of the biggest issues was MCU. Yeah. Because he was tied up with those movies. Now that he's dead and done in MCU, what do you think of Idris Elba as a possible James Bond?
I've actually on the website I was the one that posted Idris Elba as far as getting nominated for the role. He recently came out online and said,
"He's gay." This is
why do you have to always?
That would be a different Bond.
It would be a very different Bond. That would really change Bond.
He'd be like, "Hey, I'm here."
How are they going to name the guys? Like, all of the girls' names were very, very sexual.
Yeah, they were.
How are you going to name the guys' ones?
Yeah.
You could name one Richard Cranium.
That'd be great.
Please continue.
All right. So he came out. He came out online and also made a statement as well, saying that I am flattered and I would love to be James Bond.
Play James Bond.
But nobody has approached me about being James Bond yet.
Right.
So he did come out online and he said, yes, I'm very flattered. I would love this role, but no one has approached me about this role per se.
But is it BS? Probably.
It could be. It could be.
There's too much smoke there.
Yeah. There's a few people I
Henry Cavill, I'd love to see.
I wanted to see Tom Hiddleston, too.
Well, that'd be interesting. But Tom Hiddleston, I'm sorry to all you fans of his face, is not a good actor. I've seen him in other roles besides Loki, and he's not very good.
He's got a great Loki.
He's got a pretty face to some people. I personally don't see it. And there are some male actors that I go, that's a beefcake right there. Yeah. I don't think that about him. I'm like, he's not that good looking, and I'm probably going to get killed for that too. But he's not actually that great an actor in terms of his actual acting skills. Who else? Who else would you like to see as James Bond? Bring Sean Connery back.
Chris
James Bond.
Hemsworth, maybe.
That'd be interesting. See, I think to play.
No way, Chris Hemsworth. I'll tell you why. Because he's actually
he's
tied
Thor.
up into the Men in Black series.
That's true, which is another interesting one.
Yeah.
But half of these topics were not topics we planned on talking about, but that's interesting because I love the Men in Black movies.
Yeah.
1 and 2 are exceptional. The third one's okay. It's
I've
good.
never seen the Men in Black movies.
We're gonna have to spar.
I've seen
I
parts
would,
of all 3.
I would love to have a neuralizer.
Yeah,
I would love that. Just, I say something stupid.
I have seen parts of all 3 movies, but I have not sat down.
My
and watched
problem
them.
with having a neuralizer is I'd forget to put on my sunglasses, and I'd just be like,
Now, can you honestly say, and this is for the fans watching at home, people listening in, do you think? And
Not
you
usually.
you can probably even type it on as
all right,
under this.
here we go. Do
you think
think
And the answer is
Will
no, I
Smith
don't.
is a good actor?
Will
I am.
I will even roundtable this. Do you think Will Smith is a good actor?
Be careful, he's black. You don't want to be racist.
I think he's.
We were all
You're
thinking
a
it.
racist son of a gun.
I think he's not horrible, but I think he's overrated. I have a bias towards him because he's from Philadelphia, and I like.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spent most of my days. Okay, I'm sorry.
Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool.
You're
while
white, Tony,
shooting some
Tony,
people
Tony,
outside
Tony,
of school.
Tony, you're white.
When it comes
No,
to
Tony, you're
guys,
white,
I'm
stop
no
it.
good. Started making trouble in my neighborhood.
Yeah, if somebody's making trouble in your neighborhood, you're going to sit there with a burger and be like, I don't know. I'm sorry. So you think
I'm
he's
sorry.
a little bit overrated?
I'm sorry for
I
everyone
agree with
watching.
Stephanie. I think it depends on the role. I have seen
I
him in
agree.
some that he is incredible. I
Yeah.
love him in the 2 Men in Black movies, the
Yes.
1 and 2.
Yeah, yeah.
I loved him in I Am Legend. I thought he was excellent in that. For being
Great.
pretty much the only actor for
That
a
was a good
lot
role.
of that movie,
That was a good role
he
for
did
him.
exceptional.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I might get killed for this. I get killed for a lot of stuff.
Oh,
I'm not a
no.
huge fan of
Don't.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He's not.
I'm not a huge.
I thought you were going to say Independence Day, and I'm going to be like,
I've never seen
You
Independence
can
Day either.
give me a little tap here because never seen it.
I've never seen it either of them.
Oh, good.
are you serious?
I had no interest for the sequel because I never saw the original.
Ryan Timlin says Fresh Prince were his best days, but I disagree with you, man. I didn't think he was
I
good
think
in
he's
that.
You
I
know
think,
what?
Well, I think now
I-
late in his career, he's accepted some strange roles.
Well, After Earth, is that the one he did with his
Yeah.
son?
That was
one,
bad.
That was
That was
rough.
bad, yeah.
That was rough.
Even like the Netflix Bright.
I didn't watch
have
it.
not watched it. I
I have
heard bad
watched that.
things.
Was it okay?
It was horrible.
Just from the synopsis, it sounded really, really.
They
good.
get a magic wand. I'm in.
No. All right, and here I'm going to sum up this entire movie. If you guys happen to watch Bright on Netflix,
We're not even going to say
watch
spoiler.
it.
Because
No,
who
I'm going to
cares?
say watch it. And this is the whole synopsis of the movie. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Will Smith is a cop.
Oh, we've seen that before.
His partner is an ogre,
Okay, we've seen something like that before.
right? Him
You
and his
see Tony's
partner get
face.
involved in magic somehow.
The Gathering?
Magic.
They have to-
play
they
Magic
collect
the
the
Gathering. They play Magic the Gathering, and they get not necessarily investigated, but they get blackballed by this other cop who
Because
doesn't
Will
like
Smith
him
is black?
because he's black. Yes, and a whole bunch of and it has nothing. Not that it doesn't have anything to do with magic.
iRobot's a good movie. Ryan
I-
Timlin.
iRobot.
I
Oh,
agree
yeah,
with
good call.
iRobot. That
Good
is
call.
I liked him in that as well.
I agree.
I've never seen Bad Boys.
Bad Boys.
Mary Lesh
yeah.
Setzer.
Mary Setzer. She's back this week.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah, she's already.
I yelled at her last week. I was like, "Where the heck?"
Like
were
I
you?
yelled at that guy on the
Yeah.
live
Yeah.
on the live feed
Yeah,
last
yeah.
week. I friend requested him. I think, by the
Mary,
way.
where were you?
Should have been a series of movies. Should have been a series instead of a movie. I'm assuming she's talking about Bright.
Yeah.
Which she said
and
that you lie. So earlier, you're a liar.
Tony lies. Okay.
Can it, you little liar?
You know, it was just an okay movie. It wasn't anything good. It wasn't anything great. They're actually talking about making a Bright 2 for Netflix.
Well, probably because Netflix is scared.
It is what it is.
But I think we've been at it a while today, and we've covered a ton of topics. That half of them we didn't mean to talk about, but I think we're pretty close to wrapping up here. We talked about a ton of stuff. We'll put up some polls about Will Smith, about Marvel, about Idris Elba.
We just have 4 polls sitting out here.
I'll put up the pictures of myself on the of my two
Sam Brush
photos
on a pole.
That's right. We hung Sam Brush, guys.
Yes, it'll be great.
We'll put up a ton of stuff. But as always, thanks for listening. CSU Security's back. Yay! As always, thanks for watching, for listening. You can catch us on Spotify, on Spreaker, on iHeartRadio, on iTunes, on Facebook.
I've been really pushing for this because I found this was a little bit weird. This might be my rant for today. David, why are you not contributing? No, I'm kidding.
What am I not doing?
I don't know. For those of you who have Spotify on your phones and or iPods or
mobile devices,
whatever,
as
I can't check out podcasts on my handheld device.
I can. I could find it right now. I'll go find it. I'll bring it up right now. I brought it up multiple times.
I can only get it on my computer.
Well, I can get it.
But I can't get it
I type in The Weekly Nerd. Well, okay, but to be fair, this is your iPod. It's an iPod, like, 1.5.
No, that's the newest version. You're looking at me like it's not the newest version.
Your whole phone fits inside my screen.
Yes. Is that okay?
No.
I have a podcast.
The Weekly Nerd. And then you click on it.
And you can listen to us.
All right.
We are on Spotify.
I've listened to part of one.
Of episode 1 or just one?
No, one of them.
Well, episode 1 was split into 2 parts. So.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, Spotify is probably the best place to find us.
I love Spotify. I think they do a great job. I wish there was a little more advertising that we could do with Spotify, but
it is
we can share it to the page. I can share it to the page.
It's a lot more convenient, I find, on Spotify to listen to it because I can.
Mary, you're wrong.
I also like iHeartRadio as well. They have a great system as far as finding.
Thank you, Madison.
Oh, come on. I definitely need
Mary
to rap
said
more.
Tony should rap more often, and Maddie said no, he should not.
Yes.
I agree.
Wow, you're all jerks.
But maybe next week, maybe what we'll do is I'll write a song and we'll sing it for them.
Oh.
And we'll have a little rap section that you can rap.
I'm good with
rap,
that. Yeah. You know what the only thing I'm good at rapping is? A turkey salad. Put a little turkey salad in.
Why would you rap a turkey salad?
Why are you eating
you're putting it in a wrap.
David's over here like, who are you giving that to for Christmas this year? Can I have one?
I was thinking of like saran wrap. You're saving it for later. I'm like, why not just eat it now? Why are you doing that?
Yes, I can rap, Madison Button. You've heard me rap. I can do the in total epic rap battle of manliness. Not right now. It's been a while.
Yeah, we got some time to
maybe that'll be a live feed for after one of these days. You get to hear us rap.
True.
Spotify hacks you and steals your info. Well, then
that's actually pretty.
They've got me already. Everybody has my info. I literally showed my license on screen an hour ago.
Before our podcast ever went on to, before our podcast ever went on to Spotify, they had hacked, not necessarily hacked, but they took all of my information as the Weekly Nerd and uploaded it onto their server already before the actual
death.
Them actually admitting that they put it on there.
Yeah.
So yes, they do hack your stuff.
It's not really hacking. You allow them to.
You allow.
When you
them
allow like permissions or whatever,
yeah,
they share information back and forth with each other.
What, you never had a turkey salad wrap, Paul Davis?
It's
who's
the same
also
thing
a
as
chef?
chicken salad. I'm guessing, right? It's just turkey instead of chicken, which is what I make all the time after Thanksgiving because you have a half a turkey left over. What the heck are you going to do with this half a turkey?
Good.
You got to eat it,
and then you throw a little bit of mashed potato, a little bit of stuffing.
No.
Little sweet potato.
I make the turkey salad. I like not dill pickle, bread and butter pickle. I like some onion I usually chop up the
Caramelized
onion.
or fresh?
I usually chop up the onion and mix it into the salad.
Yeah.
The thing. I sound like I've got a stutter there.
It's a machine gun.
It's good. I actually just had turkey salad the other day because I had
turkey salad's
some
awesome.
turkey and I went, this
Man,
is
that
gonna
was
go
this
bad.
And then on top of that, right, your turkey's even less fat than your
And me?
chicken.
Yeah, but I put
Yes.
about 18 pounds of mayonnaise in it, so that fixes that right there. Stephanie is throwing up. You might want to get home.
I know
Your significant other is
she's
dying.
something else today.
She's dead.
I know.
I'm sorry. But as always, you find us